Hello and good morning on this beautiful Sunday. I hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to come on here and do another episode of Reading Through the Bible where we're taking it from Genesis to Revelation. And last week we were able to find out that Joseph's brothers came to Egypt, where he is actually the governor over Pharaoh's whole house, even to the point where everything is in his hands. And when Pharaoh received his dream that there was going to be a famine in the land, and Joseph was the one that was able to interpret it, Pharaoh saw that he was a man of God and he should be the one that oversees the famine, pretty much. So his brothers end up coming to Egypt to buy corn, and he recognizes his brothers, but his brothers do not recognize him. And so he kind of takes them through some hoops. Hey, who is your people? Who's your father? Do you have any brothers? And when they tell him, yeah, we have another brother, but he's at home, Joseph makes his brothers go home and get the brother to bring him to Egypt to make sure that he's doing okay and that their father is doing okay. Because again, remember, his brothers had sold him into Egypt, so they're not the most stand-up brothers that there are. So that's where we left off. This week, Joseph's going to reveal his identity. So we are picking up at chapter 45. So Genesis chapter 45. And we'll only read a couple chapters today. And let's see what's going on. Then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him and cried, because every man to go out from me. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Doth my father yet live? And his brother could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. And Joseph said unto his brethren, Come near me, I pray you. And they came near. And he said, I am Joseph, your brother, whom you sold into Egypt. Now therefore be grieved. Now therefore be not grieved, nor angry with yourselves that you sold me there. For God did send me before you to preserve life. For these 2 years have the famine been in the land, and yet there are 5 years in which there shall neither be earning nor harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you a posterity in the earth, and to save your lives by a great deliverance. So now it was not that you sent me here, but God. And he has made me a father to Pharaoh, and lord over all his house, and a ruler throughout all the land of Egypt. Haste you, and go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus says my son Joseph, God has made me lord over all of Egypt. Come down unto me, and tarry not. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children and thy children's children, and thy flocks and thy herds, and all that thou hast. And there will I nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household and all that you have come to poverty. And behold, your eyes see, and your eyes of my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaks unto you. And you shall tell my father of all the glory in Egypt, and of all that you have seen, and ye shall haste and bring my father down here. And he fell upon his brother Benjamin's neck and wept, and Benjamin wept upon his neck. Moreover, he kissed all his brethren, and wept upon them, and after that his brethren talked with him. And the fame thereof was heard in Pharaoh's house, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased Pharaoh well and his servants. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Say unto thy brethren, this do ye, lade your beast, and go, get you unto the land of Canaan. And take your father and your household, and come unto me, and I will give you the good of the land of Egypt, and ye shall eat the fat of the land. And thou art commanded, this do ye, take you wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones and for your wives, and bring your father and come. And regard not your stuff, for the good of all the land in Egypt is yours. And the children of Israel did so, and Joseph gave them wagons according to the commandment of Pharaoh, and gave them provision for the way. To all of them he gave each man changes of raiment, but to Benjamin he gave their 300 pieces of silver and 5 changes of raiment. And to his father he sent after this manner: 10 asses laden with good things of Egypt, and 10 she asses laden with corn and bread and meat for his father by the way. So he sent his brethren away, and they departed, and he said unto them, See that you fall out not by the way. And they went up out of Egypt, and came into the land of Canaan unto Jacob their father, and told him, saying, Joseph is yet alive, and he is governor over all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not. And they told him all the words of Joseph, which he had said unto them. And when he saw the wagons which Joseph had sent to carry him, the spirit of Jacob, their father, revived. And Israel said, It is enough. Joseph, my son, is yet alive. I will go and see him before I die. Okay, so I just want to catch us up where we are right now. So unbeknownst to us, unless we've kind of went through other lessons and things like that, you're going to actually see this law of redemption play out right here. So just as God's people were able to buy servants and have them come and live in their house and work, and they would be responsible for feeding them and clothing them, and this is what you're seeing Pharaoh offer to do to Joseph's family. He's saying, hey, come here, all the land is going to be yours. We'll make sure that you have all the provision that you need. You'll have the food, you'll have the clothes, you'll be set. And this is just one of the reasons why when strangers and sojourners come into the land of God's people, they are supposed to adhere to God's laws. Because once they start doing that and they start communing with God, and their lives start to change, and then they feel a little bit different, and they start acting a little bit different. So we kind of see that transformation going on here with Pharaoh. I just wanted to add that. So we're on chapter 46. And Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices unto God of his father Isaac. And God spake unto Israel in the visions of night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here I am. And he said, I am God, the God of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will make of thee a great nation. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again, and Joseph shall put his hand upon thy eyes. And again, remember, Joseph had the dream that he was going to be over all of his brethren, and even his mother and his father. So this is just God's promises coming together for Joseph. And that's what he told his brother. He remember that dream I told y'all about? This is it. I was sent before you guys to preserve all of us. You thought that you were doing evil, and you were doing evil, but the Lord meant it for good. And that's what scripture tells us. It says all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purposes. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will surely bring thee up again, and Joseph shall put his hand upon thy eyes. And Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones, and their wives in the wagon which Pharaoh had sent to carry him. And they took their cattle and their goods, which they had gotten into the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with him, his sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him into Egypt. And these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt: Jacob, his sons, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and the sons of Reuben, Hanok, and Phalu, and Hezron, and Comri, and the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, and Jamin, and Ohad, and Jachin, and Zohar, and Shaul, the son of the Canaanitish woman, and the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, Merari, and the sons of Judah, and Onan, and Shelah, and Pharez and Zerah. But and Onan died in the land of Canaan, and the sons of Pharez were Hezron and Hamul. And the sons of Issachar, Tola and Puvah, and Job and Shiran. And the sons of Zebulun, Sered and Elon and Jaleel. These be the sons of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob in Pandamaram, with his daughter Dinah. All the souls of his sons and his daughters were 33. And the sons of Gad, Ziphion and Haggai, Shuni and Esbon, Eri and Erodai and Erili. And the sons of Asher, Jimnah and Ishua and Ishul and Beriah and Sarah, their sister, and the sons of Beriah, Heber and Malchel. These are the sons of Zilpah, whom Laban gave to Leah his daughter, and these she bare unto Jacob, even 16 souls. The sons of Rachel, Jacob's wife, Joseph and Benjamin. And unto Joseph in the land of Egypt were born Manasseh and Ephraim, which Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, priest of Onan, bare unto him. And the sons of Benjamin were Bela and Besher and Ashbel and Gera and Naaman and Eha and Rosh and Mupim and Himpim and Ard. These are the sons of Rachel, which were born to Jacob. All the souls were 14. And the sons of Dan, Hushim, and the sons of Naphtali, Jaziel, and Guni, and Jezer, and Shiliam. These are the sons of Bilhah, which Laban gave unto Rachel his daughter, and she bare unto Jacob. All the souls were 7. All the souls that came unto Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons' wives, all the souls were 36. And the sons of Joseph, which were born into him into Egypt, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70. And he sent Judah before him unto Joseph to direct his face unto Goshen, and they came into the land of Goshen. And Joseph made ready his chariot, and went up to meet Israel his father to Goshen, and presented unto him himself. And he fell on his neck and wept on his neck in goodwill. He dwelt on his neck a good while. And Israel said unto Joseph, Now let me die, since I have seen thy face, because thou art alive. And Joseph said unto his brethren and unto his father's house, I will go up and show Pharaoh, and say unto them, My brethren and my father's house, which were in the lands of Canaan, are come unto me. And the men are shepherds, for their trade have been to feed cattle, and they have brought their flocks and their herds and all that they have. And it shall come to pass, when Pharaoh shall call you and shall say, What is your occupation? That ye shall say, Thy servants' trade has been about cattle from our youth, even until now, both we and our fathers, that ye may dwell in the land of Goshen, for every shepherd is an abomination unto the Egyptians. Then Joseph came and told Pharaoh and said, My father and my brethren and their flocks and their herds and all that they have are come out of the land of Canaan, and behold, they are in the land of Goshen. And he took some of the brethren, even 5 men, and presented them unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto his brethren, What is your occupation? And they said unto Pharaoh, Thy servants are shepherds, both we and also our fathers. They said moreover unto Pharaoh, For to sojourn in the land are we come, for thy servants have no pasture for their flocks. For the famine is sore in the land of Canaan. Now therefore we pray thee, let thy servants dwell in the land of Goshen. And Pharaoh spake unto Joseph, saying, Thy father and thy brethren are come unto thee. The land of Egypt is before thee. In the best of the land make thy father and brethren to dwell. In the land of Goshen let them dwell. And if thou knowest any man of activity amongst them, then make them rulers over my cattle. And Joseph brought in Jacob his father, and set him before Pharaoh. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, How old are you? And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, The days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few and evil have the days of the years of my life been, and have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my fathers in the days of their pilgrimage. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh, and went out from Pharaoh. And Joseph placed his father and his brethren and gave them possession in the land of Egypt, in the best of the land, in the land of Ramses, as Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph nourished his father and his brethren and all his father's household with bread according to their families. And there was no bread in the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into the Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of the Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence, for the money fails? And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fails. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave their bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of herds, and for asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, and they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my lord, how that our money is spent. My lord also had our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my lord, but our bodies and our hands, and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our lands? Buy us and our lands for bread, and we and our lands will be servants unto Pharaoh. And give us seed, that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. And for the people, he removed them to the cities from one end of the borders of Egypt into the other ends thereof. Only the land of the priests bought he not, for the priests had a portion assigned them unto Pharaoh, and he did eat their portion which Pharaoh gave them, wherefore they sold not their lands. Then Joseph said unto his people, Behold, I have bought you this day and your lands for Pharaoh. Lo, here is seed for you, and you shall sow the land. And it came to pass in the increase that you shall give the fifth part unto Pharaoh, and the fourth part shall be your own, for seed of the field, and for your food, and for them of your households, and for food for your little ones. And they said, Thou hast saved our lives. Let us find grace in the sight of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants. And Joseph said, It is a law over the land of Egypt unto this day that Pharaoh should have the fifth part, except the land of the priest only, which became not Pharaoh's. And Israel dwelt in the land of Egypt, in the country of Goshen, and they had possession therein, and grew and multiplied exceedingly. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So the whole age of Jacob was 147 years. And the time drew near that Israel must die. And he called his son Joseph and said unto him, If now I have found grace in thy sight, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh, and deal kindly and truly with me, and bury me not, I pray thee, in Egypt. But I will lie with my fathers, and thou shalt carry me out of Egypt, and bury me in the burying place. And he said, I will do as thou hast said. And he said, Swear unto me. And he sware unto him. And Israel bowed himself upon the bed's head. And it came to pass after these things that one told Joseph, Behold, thy father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And one told Jacob and said, Behold, thy son Joseph come unto thee. And Israel strengthened himself and sat upon the bed. And Jacob said unto Joseph, God Almighty appeared unto me at Luz in the land of Canaan, and blessed me. And he said unto me, Behold, I will make thee fruitful and multiply thee, and I will make of thee a great people, and will give this land to thy seed after thee for an everlasting possession. And now thy two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, which were born unto thee in the land of Egypt, before I came unto thee into Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simeon, they shall be mine. And thy issue which thou begettest after them shall be thine, and shall be called after the name of their brethren in their inheritance. Oh, wow, this is explaining a lot. Sorry, y'all. I'm reading, I've read, but I'm reading through this too, but it's explaining a lot of stuff about why things are the way they are. It's even telling us, like, you're called by your dad's inheritance. That's why they're called the children of Israel. or they're just called Israel. And as for me, when I came from Padam, Rachel died by me in the land of Canaan and in the way, when yet there was but a little way to come unto Ephraim. And I buried her there in the way of Ephraim, the same is Bethlehem. And Israel beheld Joseph's sons and said, Who are these? And Joseph said unto his father, They are my sons, and whom God hath given me in this place. And he said, Bring them, I pray thee, unto me, and I will bless them. Now the eyes of Israel were dim with age, so that he could not see. And he brought them near unto him, and he kissed them and embraced them. And Israel said unto Joseph, I had not thought to see thy face. And lo, God hath showed me also thy seed. And Joseph brought them out from between his knees, and he bowed himself with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim in his right hand toward Israel's left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near to him. And Israel stretched out his right hand and laid it unto Ephraim's head, whom was the younger, and his left hand unto Manasseh's head, guiding his hands wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph and said, God, before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac did walk, the God which fed me all my life long unto this day, the angel which redeemed me from the evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into the multitude in the midst of the earth. And when oh gosh, this is so powerful. And when Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand unto the head of Ephraim, it displeased him. And he held up his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head unto Manasseh's head. And Joseph said unto his father, Not so, my father, for this is the firstborn. Put thy right hand upon his head. And his father refused and said, I know it, my son, I know it. He also shall become a people, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother shall be greater than he, and his seed shall become a multitude of nations. And he blessed them that day, saying, In thee shall Israel bless, saying, God make thee as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And he set Ephraim before Manasseh. And Israel said unto Joseph, Behold, I die, but God shall be with you and bring you again into the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given you to thee one portion above thy brethren, which I took out of the hand of the Amorite with my sword and with my bow. Okay. So the reason why that's a big deal is because the firstborn son, the one that opens the matrix, belongs to God. And the birthright blessing, I guess you can say, I don't know what you call it, but it was always given to the firstborn son. So that's why Joseph was trying to correct his father. Like, no, you put it on the wrong son's head. But for whatever reason, and I guess we'll find out, through these lineages why that was, or what became of the blessing. Wow, so that's powerful. Hi, Tomas. How are you doing this morning? I hope you guys are doing well. Doing well. So, let me just check this next chapter. Okay, I'm going to save the next chapter. Actually, I'm going to read one more. Or am I? No, I've been good. I've been good with keeping with time and just doing that. So we'll hold off. We'll save chapter 49 for next week. And that's going to be Jacob blesses his sons. We'll pick up there. And we'll continue to find out how God walked and talked with his people. But just notice how he reiterated, like, the God that came to you is the same God that came and spoke to me. And this is what he promised me. And this is what has happened since then. And I can just imagine that Jacob, he went to his grave. Israel went to his grave just happy as a lark. So that was good to see. Any comments, any questions for this week? If you have them, drop them. If not, we will pick up again. Hopefully we'll be back on schedule. For whatever reason, usually people don't want to do too much on Saturdays, but for whatever reason, they want to do things on Saturday mornings or things going on. So I apologize about the delay on that, but we're getting through this Bible. We're getting through this Bible. All right. If that's it, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I will see some of you all this evening for the live, and then I'll see you all next week when we pick up on chapter 49. All right. Have a good day.